Hey everyone, Troll speaking. Today we are going to learn really interesting .NET feature called minimal APIs. We'll understand what is a minimal API, how to use minimal API, how to create your own minimal APIs, how to use Endpoint Explorer. So purpose here is to cover everything in this tutorial. So stick around. Let's dive in. As you know, my preference is always to talk theory first, but today we'll follow a little bit different approach. First, I will show you how to create your own minimal APIs. Then we'll be able to compare it with traditional classical ASP.NET Core controllers. You can create your own ASP.NET Core minimal APIs using different templates. For example, here we have ASP.NET Core Web API. When I click Next and Next again, here we have Use Controller. If you uncheck this one and hit Create, then you will be able to create your own minimal APIs. For me, of course, it is better to use. I love using ASP.NET Core empty template because it provides completely empty solution for us. You can build any type of technology specification like MVC, I don't know, Web API, etc. So let's select ASP.NET Core. Let's hit Next, and I'm calling it Product API. Okay. And let's next, and let's just uncheck configure for HTTPS. We don't need HTTPS right now, and let's hit create. Here we are. This is our empty project, and here we have program CS. In our program CS, we have application building mechanism. In our application builder, we are able to do some sort of injections here, and after application creation, we are able to provide our pipeline. Okay, so here we have two paths. First, before building, you should inject your services, and after building, you should provide your pipeline. Right now, we don't need any specific pipeline, so we'll directly focus to our minimal API. This is also an example for minimal API because minimal APIs use methods that start with map, for example, map get, map post, map put, map delete, etc. So I will first create our database stuff in memory database, of course, because I'm not going to make our examples really complex. For that reason, I will have only one simple product here. So this is our product, and let's provide public integer ID. For our product, we have ID. Let's provide name, description, and of course, let's provide public decimal price. Get set. This is not a domain model because this is completely anemic model. So I will just provide a specific folder here called models. Okay. Models, and let's move our product to models folder. Okay, and let's change the name, proper namespace here. What I just need here, I want to add our entity framework in memory entity framework. So let's go tools, NuGet package manager, product, and let's type install package Microsoft entity framework core in memory, and let's hit enter. It should install our entity framework in memory. Now we have in memory entity framework, and we are able to provide our DB context. So let's create a class here, and it is going to be our product DB context. Okay, and it should inherit from DB context, and from the constructor, let's provide our DB context options, product DB context. This is our options, and let's forward it to our base, and that's all. Great. What I just need here is our DB set for product. Okay, this is our product and products. Get set. Now we have DB context. We can use our primary constructor here to make it clear. Okay, and now we have DB context. What I just need to do here is to inject this DB context. Builder, services, add DB context. This is our product DB context. And for the product DB context, use in memory database, let's call it products. That's all. Great. Now we have injected our DB context. Let's see what we have. Great. And we just need to add our minimal APIs. To add your minimal API, we just need to type app.map.get. First, let's start with map post, of course. Post, map post. And for the map post, I'm providing these products. Okay. And we need to provide some sort of information to be inserted to our database. And our information is going to be our product, direct product. Okay, I'm not going to use the clean code type of things. I'm not going to apply any architecture. This is going to be a straightforward development, fastest development. And of course, if I want to use my product DB context, I need to add it from here. This is going to be our method based injection. Okay, something like this. Map post's first argument is our URL. The second argument is our delegate. Here we have DB context. And of course, our DB context is going to be asynchronous operation. So let's just add async, and here awaitable DB context products, add asynchronously, and this is going to our product, and awaitable DB context, save changes, and at the end we need to return some information for the post. If we are able to create this information, we need to return results dot created, and for the created we need to specify our source, and this is our source products, and here we are. This is our ID. It is going to be our product ID, and the second argument is our product. The only thing we are missing here is our, of course, location, because right now it indicates that we have products product ID path, but right now we don't have this get mechanism. Okay, let's go for it. App.map.get and products, and this is our ID, this one, the product ID. As you might guess, this is a specific mechanism, so you need to provide it from the second argument. This is our ID, and this is our product DB context that we need to specify. Okay, because we need to retrieve data from database. And what I am going to do, DB context products find asynchronously, and let's provide this ID, and let's just return it. Okay, and now let's run our application and see if everything is working. When I run my application, I will see only the URL. There is no additional information path here. We should specify products path here that will help our application to work, but right now we don't have this products path because in our case we are missing also whole products returning process. And I'm just going to type map get, and this is our products. Okay, and for the products I'm going to specify, of course, async product DB context. This is our DB context. And for that one, let's just simply return all the information from the database. DB context, products to list asynchronously. Yep, buddy. Cool. And let's just simplify it. Let me just cut it from here and just simply paste it here. Okay, this is our to list, and here we are. Let's see what's wrong here. This async model lacks a weight, of course. Wait. Great. Now let's run our application. As you see, this we don't have a launch URL. I need to specify products every time. So you see everything is working. What I am going to do for my HTTP configuration here, from the project properties, launch settings, I should go to profile called HTTP and just type launch URL products. That's all. Let's just start without debugging. As you see, everything is working. What I'm going to do first, I want to add some information because right now I don't have any information. So you see, in my case, I have requested products. Right now, we don't have any product. For that reason, we are getting empty information. For the products ID, we don't have any even information. So there is no need actually to run this endpoint. And we first need to post some data to create some data. And after that, we'll be able to get some data. So you see, we have results, a special class from Microsoft that created. It is a wrapper over your HTTP status code mechanisms. For this created will return 201. It means the resource is created. Okay, great. Let me just run our Postman, and from Postman I will type new HTTP, and let's just go to our URL. Let's copy and paste and select post. Go to body, row, JSON, and I need to specify JSON data. Name is going to be product 1. Okay. We have description. That's going to be product 1 description. And we have the price, let's say 400. Let me just send this request. And here we are, we have ID 1. It means resource is created. So you see, we are getting 201. And of course, here in our headers, we have location. Okay, this location indicates that this information, this resource lives in product/1 address. Okay, let's go for it. And here we are. Everything is working. Great. Now let's switch to our put and delete app.map put. Okay. For the put, I'm going to provide products, and we will be able to send partial data. For that reason, I'm just going to specify here my ID. Okay. The product information, and also product DB context. This is our DB context. Of course, if we have DB context, means we have asynchronous operation. Let's type the async here. Let's specify our method body here. First, I want to check if in our database we have the provided data. Okay, and you can simply check it like this. If is product, then you see we have pattern matching here. If we have this product, let's update it. Okay, I just want to got this product name and update it using my product name and product description, and of course products price from product price. Okay, and we have tracking for our product too. So when you update it, it will update also in our database if you save your changes. Okay, DB context and save changes. If operation is done, let's just return results that I guess you can return okay also, but no content will be okay here, and otherwise return results not found. Great. Let's run and test our endpoint again. Let's run it. And as you see, this is our in memory. So we need to every time to create our data. First, I'm creating our data. I'm getting our data. And now let's just update it. So let's create a new tab, copy, paste. This is going to be HTTP put, and copy the data from here. And for the body, I want to specify a JSON. This is my name. Let's say it is going to be product 4 and description for 4,000. Okay. The only thing we are missing here is our, of course, ID. Let's go to our map. This is our ID. Okay. For the given ID, I need to update this product. And let's just build it. Of course, we need to create data again. Let's do it. Create. Okay, now we have some data. Let's request our data to see if everything is working. Okay, we have ID 1, product 1 description 400, and I'm going to update it. Okay, and let's send update information. Of course, I need to specify ID 1. Let's send it. And we have 204 no content. It means update should work. Let's see. Yes, update is working. The last thing here is our delete. App.map delete. For the delete, I should specify products. Of course, ID here. This is going to be integer ID, product db context, product db context, and the internal instructions here. First, let's go for our db context, products, find asynchronously. Let's find the data first, and let's use pattern matching is product. We just simply need to delete it. db context, products, remove. This is our product. And awaitable, db context, save changes. And let's return. This is our asynchronous operation, save changes asynchronously. Come on. Return results. Let's go for no content, and otherwise return results dot not found. Okay, let's do the same operations again. Let's run it. Okay, let's first create our source. Now we have data. I just want to delete this one. So let's copy from here. Actually, let's go for delete and send. And let's just refresh. Here we are. Everything is working. So you see, we were able to build our minimal APIs for HTTP GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE. Now let's go to our project and try to understand the real value behind minimal APIs. So you see, we are not using the boilerplate template here, the controller stuff. We don't have complex injection, complex huge controllers. So everything is clear, simple. It means if you have simple endpoints, if you are not planning to build huge APIs, for example, if you are planning smaller microservices, smaller up to running services, you will be able to use minimal APIs. This is just some sort of mimic for Node.js. In Node.js, if you are familiar with Node.js, we also have this type of mechanism. So everything is clear, understandable. There is no need to add a lot of injection-based mechanisms. There is no need to maintain huge controllers. Everything is clear, simple, fast, using our minimal API templates. And the last thing here is we have a special endpoint explorer. Let's go for it, view, other window, and here we are, we have endpoints explorer. Here you will be able to send your requests to test your endpoints without using this postman stuff. For example, let me just close our application first. And here we have post, to gets, put and delete. For example, I want to test my post. So I'm just going to this post and see there it is details. Right click, generate request. And here we are. This is our this is a curl-based mechanism. For example, if you are familiar with curl, so in curl we also have this type of mechanism. It is really easy to do testing using Endpoint Explorer. Let me show you. For example, for the post mechanism, I need content type, provide content type. So here we have content type, and it should be application JSON. Okay, and what else I need to provide the exact data. So let's go for our postman and let's take our data from here and just paste it here. Okay, that's all. Now what I just need, we have the URL. You see, this is a special type of variable mechanism for us. So every time not to type this information, you will reference to this variable to use it. For example, post, we have this URL / products. You need to run your application for testing purpose. This server should be running because we have localhost 5037. So localhost 5037 is working. And let's just send request. When you send, here we are. This is our response. And let me just refresh. And here we are. This is our response for our post-based endpoints. Okay, you are able to do the same stuff for all endpoints. Right click, generate. Okay, let's just send, and here we are able to get data. And for the given ID, you are able to get the data. For example, I want to provide ID 1. Let's send. For ID 1 we don't have anything. For ID 2 we have data. Here we are. This is our data. Well, that's all what I wanted to show you about minimal APIs. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, hit like button, share, and I will see you in the next tutorials.